Right now, someone in your life is lying to your face, and their body already told on them. You just haven't learned how to read it yet. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 signals, one in the body, one in the words, one in the timing, that separate real love from a performance. But here's the twist. The biggest tell isn't what people do when they're with you. It's what they do in the half second before they realize you're watching. Let's start with the body. When someone genuinely likes you, their pupils dilate, automatically, involuntarily, no matter how good a liar they are. Fake warmth shows up differently. The smile reaches the mouth, but never quite reaches the eyes. It's called a Duchenne smile, and only real emotion can produce it, but a smile alone won't tell you the full story. There's a second signal, and it happens in under 1 second. It's called a microexpression, a flash of true emotion that leaks out before someone can control their face. Contempt looks like one corner of the mouth pulling up, almost like a smirk. And here's the unsettling part. People who dislike you often smile the widest right before it. Now let's talk about words, because language hides intent even better than faces do. People who genuinely care about you ask follow-up questions. People who don't wait for their turn to talk. Watch how someone responds the next time you share something exciting. Do they ask what happened next, or do they redirect the conversation back to themselves? That single habit predicts more about a relationship than almost anything else. But even this can be faked for a while, which brings us to the one signal almost nobody can fake: timing. Genuine affection shows up in consistency, showing up the same way when it's inconvenient, not just when it's easy. Fake affection shows up in bursts, intense, followed by silence, followed by intensity again. Psychologists call this pattern intermittent reinforcement, and it's the same mechanism used in gambling addiction. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a slot machine and a person who only texts you back sometimes. Both create the exact same craving. So if someone makes you feel amazing sometimes and anxious the rest of the time, that's not love. That's a pattern your brain was never designed to resist. So here's how to actually put this together. Watch the eyes when they laugh. Watch the face in the half second before they say hello. Watch whether their questions are about you or about themselves. And watch whether they show up the same way every time, or only when it benefits them. Because the people who truly love you were never trying to prove it. Their consistency already did that. And the people who don't, they were always going to slip. You just needed to know where to look.